It is important for all of us to recognize that this is a matter where we all have collective responsibility, that the finger-pointing that could easily occur and is already occurring is not going to get us to where we want to get. Where we want to get, as the President has directed us to get, is to fix this problem now, and second of all, to make sure that this problem never occurs again. That responsibility, I will say, starts first with the Department of Interior and the Minerals Management Service. We need to clean up that house. In this particular case, BP is a lessee, BP is a responsible party, and under the national legal framework, which has been adopted through many Congresses and through both Democratic and Republican administrations, it is that party that has a responsibility to deal with the consequences of this particular incident, and that includes everything from shutting down the well to oil response to whatever damages might arise.
Now, my view is that this agency has been in denial about safety problems for years. Minerals management didn't require an assessment of environmental consequences of an accident when it approved BP's drilling permit or its lease. And it didn't require BP to have an emergency plan for an oil spill if it lost control of the well. Minerals management basically just accepted the assurances of industry here. That's what took place. Minerals management accepted the assurances of industry that the chance of these kinds of accidents was too remote to worry about.
The conclusion that this is an unregulated industry is not correct. It is a very highly regulated industry. And when you look at our regulatory mechanism here in the United States and compare that to the rest of the world, we have one of the most regulated industries in the world. Now, that doesn't mean there isn't room for improvement, whether it's with the blowout preventers or other parts of the OCS development. But the fact is that there are significant regulations in place.
Mr. Secretary, the regulations, but they aren't adequate, and my sense is that they aren't being enforced. And certainly, I appreciated your candor with respect to the blowout, preventers, because clearly there were not adequate regulations of blowout preventers. But for MMS to essentially take the industry's position that these accidents, that the prospect of these accidents was just too remote, and people were writing articles that minimized the prospect of these accidents as well. My view is that they shouldn't have made those judgments, and this is now going to be an opportunity for you to drain the environmental and safety swamp. I commend you for what you've done on the financial side, and we have worked closely on that because those practices were outrageous. But we got to play catch-up ball in a hurry with respect to the environmental and safety area because the regulations that are there have not been adequate and minerals management hasn't done its job.